So how is everybody doing today? I thought I'd go live for just a little bit, maybe do a little Q&A for a Sunday. I am going to head outside and grab a workout after this, and then I'm going to chill by the pool the rest of the fucking day. So I thought I would just pop on in, say hello, taking my supplements right now to avoid taking them later, basically. But I hope everybody's having a great fucking day. I am having an outstanding day myself. So I'm just wondering if I wanted to make a few announcements too. Crystal and I are going to start our own series, like a new series together, where we are going to take a look at some documentaries from even the past about weight loss, about health, about even other things besides just directly weight. Although it will be very weight focused, as that's what my entire business is about. But we're going to talk about like just health in general, like even sometimes makeup, different products, those sorts of things, to make sure that people are understanding like what they're actually putting in and putting onto their bodies. But also, we're going to talk about some of the dangers of a few of these things. The very first one, we're probably going to do a week from tomorrow. It'll be every Monday, and I'll remind everybody on Mondays too. But a week from tomorrow, we are going to be talking about The Dark Side of Fat Acceptance, the documentary that was done. I'm in it. I wasn't. I'm in it, whereas it talks about me, but I was not in it. Like I was not interviewed for it. Let's see. I'm going to say, hey, Amelia, how you doing? Jessica, how are you? I'm getting to see a little Sunday treat. Yeah, I'm going to start going live as much as possible, and live and content and stuff like that as much as possible. We have a world to save. I mean, we joke like it's this thing where we talk about. It's one of our hashtags for No Morbidity is that we have a world to save. And to do that, I'm kind of a private guy, believe it or not. Like, I mean, with all this shit, like a lot of people share their entire lives on these things. I definitely like having like my time off, type thing. But it's reaching such ridiculous stages right now that we just need to start really focusing and talking about it more. I mean, we've reached clown level status with all this shit. I mean, and this is just going to be open Q&A, talking, however, we can talk about whatever. But we've reached open level clown shit. Like, I mean, when you look at 20 years ago, we did this video, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, but we did a video, we're talking about how a fat man, a 240-pound man was considered very fat. And now it's kind of just like a dude, like we were out yesterday and just seeing all the pot bellies and everything like that. Like we've reached a stage in society where we need to start pushing this shit. The resistance needs to build back and push back. I'm told often, and then, hang on. Hello, I ordered No Morbidity. Can't wait to get it. I really fucking appreciate it. We can talk about No Morbidity. We can talk about other things. I'm probably going to try to have Mark and or Sean on the channel soon to talk about other ingredients and other products from Ambrosia, because I use almost exclusively Ambrosia products. If not Ambrosia, it's almost all fucking between MTS and Ambrosia. Now, I'm not saying that others aren't quality, but we can just talk about ingredients and stuff. I'll probably have them on a little bit later. Sheeny B, how are you doing? Mallory, how the fuck are you? Sunday, yeah, I'm good. Like I said, more often. Watching you on meal prepping, going to keep my week healthy. That's outstanding, Andrea. Great to fucking hear. All right, Big Al, loving your live streams. Glad you're going to do them more often. Yeah, I just want to fucking it's time. We got so much bullshit going on. Like, I did see, by the way, for those of you that are going to be in the Tennessee area, even if you hate me, especially if you hate me, actually, I'm going to be at Carbon Culture in Franklin, Tennessee on Friday night with Chris Jones and Mark Loveliner and my wife and our spouses and stuff like that. And then I'm going to be during the day in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at Olympus Gym. So please feel free coming in. As I've said, Mark's giving away free hugs. I'll even give you my hugs from him. Even if you hate me, especially if you hate me, rolling up and then say what you want to say to me to my face, that would be cool. It's not going to fucking happen. It never fucking happens. Not once. Like, I'm a pretty recognizable figure. People tend to recognize me a little bit. And not once has anybody came up and said, you say this shit online, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that I've gotten some dirty looks where people have seen me, recognize me and not like my content, but nobody fucking does anything. Ever. Miss K, how are you? But please do show up at those events, especially like if you just want to fucking come shoot the shit. It's an open gym, open workout. There's going to be supplement samples, all sorts of stuff. There's going to be all sorts of fun people there. We have a world. It's time to bring some. It's time to actually fucking do some shit where we can actually start making a difference a little bit more. It was very hard for 2.5 years because being healthy was villainized. Working out was illegal in some places. Going to a gym, they were all closed because nothing makes more sense than when you have a very seriously fat fucking sloppy population in the closed down gyms and makes them eat DoorDash more often. That makes perfect fucking sense. Fucking idiots. Angel, how you doing? I am skinny. How can I get body like Brock Lesnar? Fucking, dude, if you're skinny, you're not gonna. How about that? Give up. Give the fuck up. If Brock Lesnar was probably never super skinny a day in his life, you will never have his genetics. Give the fuck up. Just try to be the healthiest version you can. So, you will not. It will not happen. So, if you don't know, if you are an adult right now or in your teens, and it sounds like you may be in early teens because you fucking sound like a child, give the fuck up. How about that? Just be as healthy as you can. Give up on that fucking stupid shit. Give up. That's what you should do. You should just focus on being healthy. Give the fuck up, you loser. I've been getting political, looking into the Paris Agreement, Bank of International Settlements. What happened in 1971? Stuff is going down. Crazy shit. That's crazy shit. Alan, it's so sad. Everywhere I go, I see very young people, children under 10, teens, adults. We're fat as fuck as a country. We've got to change this, people. It's like, I find this amazing. I'm told all the time that my words offend and hurt people. Like my words are offensive and they hurt people. How you fucking look is offensive to me. Like the fact that you don't take care of yourself is offensive to me. The fact that it looks like you haven't given a shit about your health in fucking decades, that's offensive to me. If I don't have the right for you not to do that, why should I have to shut my fucking mouth if my words offend you? The thing is, my words won't negatively impact society. They don't have a weight. They don't have an actual fucking draw on society. Me saying fat people are unhealthy, that's a true statement that may hurt a few people's feelings and possibly have net gain on society. I know that other people are saying like, well, it could cause them to be sadder and then cause more problems. Then get off the fucking internet. Go fucking walk. Go touch some fucking grass. Stop listening to if words hurt you so fucking easily, shut the fuck up, get the fuck off the internet and go walk someplace. Get your fucking self healthy. Make it so it doesn't apply to you. So, order no morbidity, can't wait to get it in. Out fucking standing, Angel. Out fucking standing. I was checking out people at a small local restaurant at Set. I'm telling you, people, pick out the number of people that you think, pick out the number of dudes that you think have a waist to height ratio that is healthy. 40 inches, a male with 40-inch waist or more is unhealthy. That's the beer belly. That's not pant size, although pant size can be used too. But 40-inch waist is like where they carry the belly, where it looks like they're about to give birth, because that's beer belly, basically. Or women are supposed to have a waist circumference of 35 inches or under. Count how many. Just look at people and you can know they're fat. That's not healthy. Fucking what the fuck? Alan, how is Awesome Sauce? Is she in therapy to address her eating issues? We're working on it. She was just around here someplace. She was playing. I think it's working. I think Crystal's got a new thing. So body positivity needs to lighten up. I like that. I fucking like that. Lil Hennessy, what's up? I want to go and pretend. I wanted to go to pretend to be outraged, but I wouldn't be able to keep up the act for more than 20 seconds, right? Brock is genetics and juice and super fucking massive amounts of training and hard work and shit like that. I agree. He's got like Viking tier level fucking genetics, gladiator genetics, and he's definitely gotten some juicy vitamins going on. But at the same time, dude fucking works his ass off. Straight up. Fucking physical animal. Orange or apple? Uh, Finally able to get live. Alan, I appreciate your no-nonsense approach to health, and it's changing my mindset of how I approach my fitness goals. Courtney, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Spoon. But every WWE person is like that, I guess. Most are, I'd imagine. So, hello, Alan. Should I drink my protein shake with water or with milk? You should do whatever. If you are if you're trying to lose weight, I don't necessarily think you should. I think you should try to eat whole foods. But you should eat them. Should have it how you fucking want it. I use water sometimes. I use milk sometimes. Just know when you're adding milk, you are adding fat and sugar and calories. You should do what you believe in. I don't think that many people actually need protein powder. I use protein powder as like my daily sweeter treat because that way I have a sweet treat that also has nutritional balance to it, with some nutritional quantity to it. But however you want to do it is how you want to do it. Are these the questions that you guys seriously ask other, like, I'm sorry, but like this is like the type of shit, like what huge difference besides the calories and a little bit of fat would that make? My follow-up question to you, like, what huge difference would it make? Like, were you expecting me to say like, oh my God, absolutely with milk. If you do it with water, your gains are gone. Like, what the fuck? Like, do these fitness fuckheads still do that shit? And if so, are people actually that stupid where you believe that if there's a humongous difference besides the calories and fat besides the nutritional difference between milk and water, do people really believe that there's some sort of other fucking magical fucking thing? Has somebody said something like that to any of you? Because if so, that's really fucking weird. Like, I mean, have any of these the fitness influencers, have any of them actually said like you should take it with milk instead of water for A, B, C, D? Like, has anybody besides flavor of the milk difference, like the difference between milk and water? That's the only fucking difference. Like, it wouldn't, and the reason why is like because you could be just kind of trolling or stupid, either or it could be something that one of these fucking morons fucking said. And fucking led you down the path, So I don't know. I wonder if Lesnar slimmed down when he temporarily went to MMA. He did. He slimmed down a little bit. I mean, he's just a big fucking dude, though, too. I mean, if you ever seen him in real life, he's a big fucking dude. Hi, from the UK. Your No Nonsense channel inspired me to join a gym and improve my life. I'm more healthy and my mental health is so much better. Thank you. Boom. See, truth helps people. It fucking absolutely does. Thank you very much. I just moved to Pittsburgh. Why? I went to this pizza place next to the Mills in Lawrenceville. Big people all around. There's a lot of big people in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a fucking reality check. Last time I was there, I was like fucking shocked. Then how many fucking MedFirst do you need? You're like on Route 51 by Century 3 Mall, by the old Century 3 Mall that's now defunct. That just a fucking empty hell of a building sitting there. There's got to be like a fucking MedFirst or a diabetes clinic every fucking half mile. It's crazy. Hey, Alan, into my 5th week of regular weightlifting, and I'm feeling gaining strength like crazy. That's awesome. Lesnar dropped a whole lot of intestine. He did that too because he has diverticulitis. That's a fucking horrible disease. Horrible. Hi, Alan. I have been in coaching with you for a while. You've been in coaching with me for a while. You started taking berberine 3 months ago, and just wanted to ask what's your opinion on long-term use. It's just it's basically a sulfite, So I've used it. In fact, as a matter of fact, mine is literally right fucking here. I'm about to take it. I take it 2 to 3 times a day, every single fucking day, and have for a fucking year. I don't believe that there's any fucking showing of any difference with long-term use. There could be. I don't know. I'd imagine there's some tolerance build up with just about anything you fucking do because the body is adaptive by nature. But you've been in coaching with me. If you're one of my coaching clients, you can ask me in our chat too, and I'll send you some more information. If you think I'm just coaching you here, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, Alan, I'm on day 4 of No Morbidity, and it's working amazingly. Honestly, it kicked in on day 1. I realized at the end of the day, I didn't even feel hungry at all. Darth, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Really do. That's fucking awesome. Thank you very much. I ordered 3-pack of No Morbidity. Can't wait. Out fucking standing. In case those of you are looking for it, by the way, here are the links. Here's a link. That's the Ambrosia link right there. And it also has a link to our book. Is that the one that's the book? Yeah, it has a link to our book, Fuck Being Fat. You can get that. You get our book. You get the app for a month. Crystal has live and pre-recorded live classes all week this week, and believe until Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday, Crystal and I head off to to the Nashville area, and then she'll be back again. But you get the app, the Hunger Management Support Group. We're starting to do like a monthly live Q&A where they can be on camera and stuff like that too. So do check that out. Or you can just get our coaching. 3 months blocks is what we normally are doing because we have a lot of clients and we try to keep the number of clients down. So a 3-month commitment block. You can check that out at that link too. So excited to catch you live. Just ordered No Morbidity yesterday. Outstanding, Miranda. Thank you very much. Keep checking in. Let us know how it's going. I'm going to go live as much as humanly possible. Next Sunday, if I go live in the morning, I'll probably be with Mark. So feel bad for other people that are in the room with us because we will suck the oxygen out of the fucking room between him and I. Yeah, man, I've seen some of his workouts. They are the reason why he's a beast. He's a fucking animal. Brock Lesnar, we're still talking about. He's a fucking animal. And again, like I know people don't like to believe this, but I work out at what would be considered an extremely intense level, like extremely, extremely intense level. 45 minutes, all go. And it's the difference between me who just like does this to be healthy, and I'm more towards the higher end of just doing it to be healthy and being very intense. We're a professional athlete, and that's what he is, you know. Ron H, how you doing? Are you guys going to have product at the meetups? I'm sure there's going to be whey and outright bars and like that. I don't think we're going to have like No Morbidity samples because it's not something you take and then can feel. I don't know if we'll have any No Morbidity for sale there. I highly doubt it, just to be honest. But there'll be other stuff there, absolutely. Is it normal that I've suddenly gained about 3 kilograms after 4 weeks of weightlifting as a beginner? Your body, 3 kilograms is about 6.6 pounds. That could be everything from you just eating more because and having more mass into your stomach. Your muscles could be have a little bit more fluid buildup. If you just started creatine, that would absolutely take care of it, depending on your beginning size and how much if you're eating more, absolutely. Like for instance, when I was bigger, when I was like 280, floating in that area. If I had a very serious posterior chain day, like meaning where I did deadlifts, squats in the same day, and then anything for back, because I would normally do all those in the same day, I would gain like 5 pounds overnight just in the swelling, in my legs and butt and back and shit like that. So normal, yeah. I mean, absolutely. It's not muscle. You didn't gain 3 kilograms of muscle in 4 weeks. So there's a strong chance you won't gain 3 kilograms of muscle in 6 months, even if you're a beginner. It depends on your nutrition, it depends on who you are, it depends on your genetics, everything like that. But in 4 weeks, 3 kilograms is not all muscle. Maybe, and I mean, I'm talking maybe if you're fucking killing it, maybe 1 kilogram of it is, or a half a kilogram, but the rest of it is either fluid, hydration, weight, your body filling up glycogen, stuff like that, extra mass you have in your system. So just a little dose of reality. I started No Morbidity this week, and I'm pretty much have to tell myself to eat. I don't feel hungry at all. That is fucking awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you guys wonder why I keep pointing down like this, I'm going to be taking all of your guys' comments from the last couple weeks. I'm going to be taking a screenshot, putting them all in, and I'm going to be doing a little fucking video on it. So I appreciate you guys. No. So I think that was too. I think you're the one that asked about whether you should take whey protein or with water or milk. And I don't know. So cool. Let's see. It's probably either fat or water or both. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I always use water. I personally stay away from the most dairy, though. I actually use water to make my puddings with. Just I like it that way. If anything, the milk makes it almost too heavy for me. And I get plenty of dietary fat. It was just a question. I get it, but like, why'd you ask the question? Like, what difference? I'm asking you a follow-up question. What difference do you think it would make? Like, why would there be a preference? Like, in your thought concept, why would there be a difference besides the nutritional value of milk versus water? Would you take the supplement with milk or water? Like, I'm seriously, I'm wondering. So I'm just wondering. It's like the milk diet. That was about it. Yeah, exactly. So happy for the weekend. Some of us need weekend. I'm very fucking happy for the weekends. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. We're going to be going live a lot more. I mean, the thing is, we got a world to save. Like, I'm gonna bust my ass for the next 4 years, and then I want to be done. So I'm hoping that, and if that's not in the cards, if other shit needs to happen, great. But for the next 4 years, I'm going to try really, really hard to get as many people healthy and put as much information and quell as much false information out there as I fucking can for the next 4 fucking years. And I'm going to set after that, whatever we need to do, we need to do. But I'm ground and focused on. Uh, I'm not going to get caught up in the semantic little bullshit of YouTube fitness or anything like that, because it's so stupid. It's so stupid, so fucking ridiculous. You know, uh, there's bigger fish to fry than this silly shit. You know, like fucking. I was literally debating with Scott Adams, who writes Dilbert on fucking Twitter, because he's a fucking cuck basically who took the jab so he could travel, but doesn't want to believe that vitamin D is a good prophylaxis for upper respiratory viruses. So fucking idiot, you know. Like there's that sort of shit that needs to be fucking combated versus like who has the best bicep curl. What are your thoughts on ways to overcome sugar cravings and possible binging that comes with it? Very much try not to have anything that tastes sweet until the end of the day. Learn what your triggers are. Like I'll never have peanut M&Ms ever again. I do believe that berberine really, really helps watching your glycemic. Our next ingredient, our next product 2, and I'll announce the name very soon, probably this week. But product 2 is based around controlling glycemic index, more waist circumference, because waist circumference is key, lowering inflammation, blood sugar regulation. It does have berberine in it. Is one of the ingredients. It has other fabulous ingredients. Looking for to help people recover from prediabetes and diabetes. I mean, we are committed to this. Committed, you know. So I would not eat sugar as much as possible, and the binges that come along with it at times. Try to make sure you're eating highly satiating foods like people beef by keto. The biggest problem with keto is people fall off the keto and then rush back to eating all the processed carbohydrates. Like instead of being keto or paleo or calling it that, just don't eat processed carbohydrates, and it'll help you out a lot. With a protein, healthy fat focus. So, I'm a vet tech, and so many older coworkers have back, shoulder issues. What are some of the movements you would recommend to help prevent these issues? Currently getting into yoga and lifting. I I like yoga, and I do like making sure that you get a good posterior chain work. I really think that prevention is a matter of key. Like, and I'm probably gonna do a video about this. Probably, I don't know, maybe even tomorrow. But one of the biggest things we say for morbidly obese people is be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Right? Like, be absolutely careful. If you're a 400-pound person and you take a fucking lower ambulatory injury, it could start a death spiral. And I recently saw that I got sent a video that Amberlyn Reed tore some ligaments in her ankle. Which the only thing I got to say, like, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow because I am going to do a video on it. The only thing I got to say is, like, my goodness, like, this is why I tell people just be fucking careful, because if you are morbidly obese, if you're super fat, like, if you're super fat, you need to be have a very preventative mind frame. Like, we don't since a huge injustice that I'll move this up just so a huge injustice that's happening, that's being perpetrated by the fat acceptance liars, is that they're perfectly fine. Like, if you think you're perfectly fine, you're not trying to be careful. If you're not trying to be careful and you're a morbidly obese person, you're pretty fucking stupid and delusional. Like, for her to just be like, I think she fell, and we'll talk, like I said, talk more about this tomorrow, but she fell because she was vlogging and walking. And I applaud her efforts to get a walk in. No shit. Like, I'm going to take a different approach with Amberlyn than anything. But I applaud her efforts for that. But people, like, if you're big, if you're 300 plus pounds, you are in very serious physical danger. Often, you are in very serious, imminent physical danger too. Like, because that shit's not getting better. Like, basically, you should treat it so every step you take is punishment on your knees. Like for most of you, that's 140 extra pounds on each step you take. That is an extra 560 to 2,000 pounds of pressure on your knees walking on a flat surface every single fucking step you take that shouldn't be on there. The wear and tear of that is very fucking serious and crucial. Get alone, ankle, everything like that. And here's the fucking thing. Here's the biggest worry for when you're morbidly obese, when you are fat as fuck. When you're fat and you get injured, it takes forever for the injury to heal for lots of reasons. One, you're fat and therefore you are chronically inflamed. Inflammation of that type, chronic inflammation, does in fact cause oxidative stress, and it causes the body to have lower immune response, but also heals at a slower pace. But also it's just like you're not going to be able to fucking like if it's an ambulatory injury, like a lower limb injury or a back injury or something like that, and you're fat, like it's the reason why they don't give, like, they hate to do knee replacements on fat people, because you do a knee replacement, like, for it to hold, like the amount of pressure being put on it, you know what I mean? So, but with shoulders and back issues, they should absolutely talk to a physiotherapist, also a physical therapist. Yoga, a good basic body movement routine works really, really, really well. I also suggest that people get taught how and learn how to do the basic barbell movements. Don't do deadlift, do hex bar deadlift, because it more simulates picking shit up off the ground, stuff like that. But I love yoga for longevity. Absolutely do. That was a long fucking answer for a short fucking question. But Miranda, I hope I answered that. Thank you very much. To be fair, Pittsburgh beats New York City, where I used to live. I haven't been to New York City since before all this crazy shit happened. So many, many years ago. Question, like the protein shakes with water or milk, how do you get a body like such and such are unfortunately spawned from watching some ridiculous channels on YouTube. They aren't even trolling. That's sad. That's sad. Like, how do you get a body like Brock Lesnar, or how do you get a body like this? Like, I've had people be like, how do I get shoulders like yours? Because my shoulders are pretty fucking good. Genetics. Like, what the fuck? Genetics, and like, this is no shit. I do shoulder work almost every fucking day. Very lightweight, super lightweight. Like 15-pound dumbbells is the max I go on with my shoulders anymore. 15-pound dumbbells. Oftentimes 10s and 5s. But it's just a matter of volume, squeezing, time under tension, focusing on the eccentric portion of the work of each rep, shit like that. But it's pretty fucking sad. Like, the fitness industry is really, really bad. Really, really bad. Like, it's patheticness that, like, some of these people that are super, uber famous on YouTube for their fitness are horrible, 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 horrible at what they fucking do, too. It's fucking sadness. That is really bad. My niece is probably going to go to Pitt, a traitor to our Penn family culture. Funny. Do you wonder if there is a sinister motive or connection between big agriculture and people getting fatter over the last 50 to 60 years? I have a theory, and the government knowingly lied about pushing grains. I believe that too. I did something about, like, the food pyramid suggesting 11 servings of grain in a day is absolutely full on fucking insanity. Full on fucking insanity. It just absolutely is full on insanity. The federal government does subsidize the sugar industry with $4 billion in taxpayer money a year. So there is an inherent, industrial interest in keeping people eating the very cheaply produced, highly palatable foods, and it shows that it increased. For them, it's like this open. We openly know that they know that how we eat is making us sick. Like, it's like this open woke bullshit lie that's been going on for a while. It's not just wokeness; it's been going on for a while. But we know, like, we all know, like, we're living in this time where all of society knows that eating like a fucking hog is making us ill, and yet alone we're trying to say that even being a hog, it does not make you ill. Like, eating that way, like, we're trying to pretend that eating in a massively gluttonous fashion is not, the end result is not ill health. Yet alone, like, we know it, but it's like this, like, if you say it, you're seen as this bad person. It's fucking weird. It's, and like, the government pushes this. Like, there's a reason why, say, like, some shit gets marked with misinformation about health, and nothing that comes out of the fucking some people's mouths does. It's of course. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm saying it's a reality. It's a reality that the sicker the population is, the easier to control and the more money they make off you motherfuckers. I'm saying it's a reality that obese people and people that glutton themselves and people that overconsume other items, drinking, smoking, stuff like that, it's a reality that you fuckers like are the target market for like all this bullshit. You know it's not healthy for you. Not one fat person can look into the fucking camera and say they think they're healthy and believe it. If we hooked them all with the lie detectors, they'd all fucking like unless there's a serious state of like dissociative disorder where they don't really realize it, even though they can barely fucking breathe. You know, crazy. Nothing but love. But do you ever get tired of talking about fat people? I do not. I believe I'm saving the fucking world. I'm not talking about fat people. I talk about obesity. I talk about the very serious bad societal effects of of gluttony and the ignorance of it is. I don't get tired of it. Not enough people talk about it. It's completely ignored in society. I get tired of people not listening. I get tired of people making light of it. I get tired of people pretending it's okay for somebody to fucking glutton themselves into societal burden. You know, like a lot of people think like what is more important to talk about. If you can come up with what's more important for me to talk about, I'd love to fucking hear it. Like you tell me what you think I should talk. What's more important that I should talk about instead? Like for real, anybody and any of you tell me as a former healthcare executive, best-selling weight loss author, and owner and partial owner of a appetite suppressant company who has the knowledge, skill, and knowledge, skill, education, and experience of helping people go from morbidly obese to healthier. What's more important for me to talk about at a time when obesity rates and chronic lifestyle driven illnesses are skyrocketing, providing the vast majority of burden to the healthcare system and costing trillions of dollars a year in shared societal costs, yet alone the 1.5 or 1.6 million people that will die from avoidable lifestyle driven chronic illness, most of it being gluttony and obesity. Tell me what's more important for me to be talking about. Saving the possibility of trying to awaken people to help save millions of lives or bicep curls. So you tell me what's more important for real. I'd love to hear it. I'd absolutely fucking love to hear it. Since this is a Q&A, which fat activist out there do you think is the worst of them? The federal government. I think the federal government pretending that in some way obesity is not somehow, because by their omission of trying to tell people to get healthier, they are the biggest fat advocates possible because they do not do anything about people getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter at all. In fact, they subsidize it and they pretend as if it's not an actual fucking issue. So the federal government is the fucking worst fat activist out there. The milk diet was a bodybuilding thing. People got really fat. The 1 gallon of milk a day per day thing, it was fucking crazy. So, wow, Sunday Fun Day live stream. What's going on? What's going on? Sign up for the walking group Monday and Wednesday. Outstanding. That's awesome. I won't be there for those. I'm working out during that time, but that's awesome. Having on no morbidity a week, and I think it's working better this round. That's fucking outstanding. Boom, boom. You built up healthier habits. Probably that's probably likely what it is. So. I thought it would take a few days for the full effects of no morbidity to kick in, but it worked immediately. Refreshing change from the pace of most other supplements. Pamela, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. My mom recently apologized to me because she didn't take care of me like she should when I was younger. I've always been overweight, but she was 15 when she had me, and she really didn't know better. Well, it sounds to me like she's doing her job to repair the relationship now. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And seriously, like that's a mom that cares. So, last day of my diet break, started 24 hours fast to jumpstart the next cut. I don't know about that. So, I mean, like my thing about like right now. There's a whole bulking cutting thing going on between Chris Jones and the fucking and the fake ass bitch Greg Doucette, the fake ass motherfucker. The one that talks a completely fake voice and with a fake personality. Because like there's like two of him. There's the dude that was unpopular, and then who he fucking decided to become so he could be popular. Fake ass little bitch. But he has this thing called main gaining, which is fucking ridiculous. Especially like if you are going to be a bodybuilder or you want to try to put on decent muscle size, you're going to have to be in some sort of caloric excess a little bit. This is why I don't talk about this shit. But I will say this, and the only thing that I think that a lot of people get wrong, Mark and I have talked about this. We'll probably talk about it more this week when I'm with Chris and Mark. I do think that if you are at a lean state already, this is for people that are already at a lean state and you want to put a little bit of muscle mass on you, instead of all of a sudden eating more volume of food, switch one of your drinks a day to a protein shake. That adds extra protein, so you can then have the extra building blocks to it. And instead of adding extra volume of food, which then when you go to cut, you're going to have to remove that volume and get used to a smaller volume. This way, your actual complete volume intake stays the same. You've just changed the caloric and nutritional quantity of it. It's the same thing. Like oftentimes when I want to lean out a little bit, I don't change my volume of food at all. I really don't change the flavors or anything like that. I change the different meats I eat. I normally eat chuck steak because it has nice healthy fat in it. It's fucking good. It's fucking delicious. And I will, when I want to cut back a little bit for like 3 or 4 weeks, I'll switch to sirloin, which is leaner. In a pound of chuck steak, there's something like 1,200, 1,300 calories. In a pound of sirloin, there's something like 800 to 900 calories. So it's a 400 calorie swing difference. Plus, it's in where it comes from is mostly the fat content and stuff like that. So that's how I switch my stuff around. I don't actually suggest people fuck with their food volume because, as somebody can tell you, once you get used to a very high volume of food, and then you want to cut down, you have to then take this. Like almost, if you eat a lot of food, like I did, we almost had to take stages. Like I got used to eating a smaller volume of food, then I got used to eating a smaller volume of food. Then I got used to eating a smaller volume of food. It's one of the things that No Morbidity helps out with. No Morbidity helps out with feeling more satiated on a smaller volume of food that you can then use as an opportunity to get used to for when you're not going to be using No Morbidity anymore. That's one of the reasons why it was developed, Snag a 6-pack of No Morbidity. Looking forward to giving it a go. Outstanding. Appreciate that shit, motherfucker. Thank you. I'm jealous of your massive water bottle. I'm exhausted from moving yesterday. This is my second one, and I'm still feeling a little under. So. No longer in coaching. That's why I wrote here. Let me say for everybody that in our chat that yours and Crystal's coaching helped me reform my entire eating habits. Lost 9 kilograms. 10 out of 10 recommend. Oh, Marina, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Message us sometime. Outstanding. Have you ever gotten rickrolled? I don't even pay attention what the fuck that is. So, hello everyone. How you doing, Mallory's life? What's going on? I have to make these protein. I have to try to make these protein puddings. It's easy. It's just like fucking 2 scoops of protein powder, a little bit of water, get it nice. I whip mine with a whisk. Then I put it in the fridge. Let it sit, chill out, and fucking eat it later. So I take a vanilla flavored whey protein mix with coffee. Sounds good. Ember Immortal No Morbidity is an awesome combo. Highly recommend. I will be. My Ember arrives here this week. I was able to start No Morbidity yesterday and did find I was not as hungry leading up to my fasting break today. That is outstanding, Sabrina. Very fucking happy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see, we've got 38 minutes out. So. Crispy, I missed the first portion of your comment. I don't see it anywhere, Crispy. Not so much in Pittsburgh. I am here for school, and then I'll probably try out move to Florida. Florida's fucking amazing. Hey, Ellen, I'm down to 253, just 30-ish to go where I want to be. I was 365 in April. That's fucking amazing. That is fucking amazing. Great goddamn job. Great fucking job. No shit. Great fucking job. You should be so fucking proud of yourself. We're going to store 11 hours in on fast, going on an 8-mile hike, then going to tear up a 6-pound brisket after our hike home. That's outstanding. I love fucking brisket. Love it. If you like your protein shakes to be more like a milkshake, use milk or plant alternative. Exactly. I hear you. My new grandson, 8 weeks, doctor has him on vitamin D added to breast milk. Outstanding. Or if they eat those garbage keto snacks, some of them have more calories than the food they replace. No shit. For real. Eat food, motherfuckers. Eat food. Whole food. Whole foods. Whole foods. If you find it unsustainable to eat meats, eggs, fish, poultry, vegetables, and fruits, if that's unsustainable, you gotta like accept the fact that that's actually food. Fucking crazy. Thanks for the answer. Of course, man. Of course, of course, of course, of course. I stopped watching fitness influencers, fitness channels. It has gotten too deceptive, and the culture is damaging, both mentally and physically. Funny enough, it's not about health anymore. It's weird. It's not. It's just not. It's just not. That's why, like, I have a picture of me. Like that picture in the thumbnail is literally just a picture from me working out. Like it's a still picture from me working out the other day. There's almost none of me like in my thumbnails or anything like that. I'm just not that important. Like what I can physically do is just not that important. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with how I look. I like it. But we don't talk about health at all. Most of these people are not about health at fucking all. That's why I love being friends with Mark because Mark does talk about health. He talks about it all. But these people are just not. They don't give a shit. They really don't. They just don't fucking care. If I hear one more person talk about how important your fucking program is, what the fuck, people? Find the program you like to do and do it consistently. Like, yeah, I would argue that a person that just likes to do push-ups and bodyweight squats and shit like that and loves to do it and stays doing it for 3 fucking years is going to be in way better shape and have much more longevity than some dude that fucking crushes his new fucking workout program for his fucking upper back and blah, 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 all that bullshit. He's going to be in way better shape than the guy that does the bodyweight stuff just walking around and because he or she enjoys it is going to be in way better shape than somebody that kills their program and then once their program is done gets bored as fuck or gets bored as fuck halfway through their fucking program and then fucking can't find motivation. Find the shit you like to do. Do it consistently. That is the key to fucking health. Your body will thank you. You'll end up looking better. Like too many people get focused on, like, I got to get my arms bigger. Like, okay, so you think that you are going to be able to focus on getting your arms bigger. Do you have any other, like it flies in the face of how long it takes to actually build muscle. I mean, like a good if you're going to focus on building muscle in your arms, like building your arm size up, get ready to focus for fucking 5 years. You know, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Like people act like you can put on pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of muscle in a few fucking months. It's stupid talk. It's stupidness. Maybe the very fucking newbie gains, but by year 2, guess what? You're fucking on the struggle bus with every fucking body else. That's why I've worked out for literally fucking 37 years. I mean, fuck people. I mean, I was a competitive athlete in fucking high school. Like, I mean, like I literally just kept working out. It's like people are like, oh, how do I get this bigger? You fucking find how do you get a bigger bench press? Do push-ups, do bench press consistently for a long fucking time. After you get proficient at the actual movement, after your mind muscle connection is there and your central nervous system is trained when it should push, pull, all that shit, and work all your muscles work in synergy, it is just a matter of fucking of consistency over time. There's your program. Fucking weird fucks. I do not take any right now. The doctor will have me on some probably within the next month or 2. I am on an estrogen blocker though. But I've said to everybody, I'm going to take TRT here very soon. Back and shoulder issues are unfortunately part of being a vet tech. Many people in the field are obese as well. There's a lot of sitting on the floor. Absolutely. When I was a vet tech, I was very conscious of how I picked up animals. No shit. Are donuts bad for me? We're just going to fucking get rid of the fucking trolls. The amount of FAF, folks, is way worse in Texas. I would agree with that, probably. What body fat percentage is preferably the best health outcomes? It depends on the person. I believe for males it's between 10 and 20%. For females it's something like 14 and 25%. But it depends on the person too. I don't think people should worry too much about actual body fat percentage. Waist circumference has shown to be a lot more reliable when it's predictor of health outcomes. So waist to height ratio and waist circumference under 40 inches, over 40 inches shows the person to have very seriously elevated risk for a male, over 35 for a female. So Talking about taking up combat sport, is there one safer on the joints? God, like I would think that judo. Like I'm very biased towards judo, but would think it would be judo, even though a lot of it is based on submission. But I would also say that depending on what level you're working at with each one of them, I don't have much frame of reference. I can tell you that the constant snapping of kicks and stuff like that always worries me when the person does it poorly with their knees for stuff like taekwondo and stuff like that. But I believe that everybody should have a little combat sport training. I really do. At some point in time. I think his main gaining approach suits those who reached a decent look physique and want to maintain their looks, not bodybuilders. Possibly. I love protein pudding. Me too. Are there protein powders that you recommend? I am violently lactose intolerant and can't have dairy. I find many brands. The Ambrosia Collective Planta brand. That's the one I use. Is Planta. It's very tasty. I love the peanut butter banana is my absolute favorite one. I see Florida are putting AR-13s in school. AR-13s in school for protection. We should fucking just. We should have everybody should carry. I believe that everybody should carry. Absolutely. They have unflavored one. Yeah. Last question: is there a way to get around the no morbidity in Europe? I'm still looking forward to it. Yeah. Give me 1 second. You should be able to order it right here. This should ship anywhere. This is the Tiger Fitness link. And you should be able to, Tiger Fitness. There you go. And there's the link for it. I'm cutting calories from 1,700 to 1,600 and go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week. Depending on the efforts I put in, my goal overall is 135 pounds. When I started at 215, I'm at 176. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Alan, do you believe that the food pyramid should be taught in schools? No, not the food pyramid that we have. It should not be fucking taught anywhere. The food pyramid that we have should be completely fucking scrapped, possibly flipped on top, or flipped over. The food pyramid that we have is a big reason why we're fucking where we're at. Processed carbohydrates should not be considered food. They should be considered food products eaten only for pleasure. Just saying. That's a food product. It's not a food. That's how it should be viewed. In my opinion, of course. In your opinion, do you think it's better for inflammation, flaxseed or fish seed oil? I think what's better for inflammation is to eat as minimally processed food as possible. I don't know the exact data on flaxseed versus fish oil, so I'm not going to speak on it. I can say that instead of depending on those, stay away from processed carbohydrates and processed foods as much as possible, and that's what's best for inflammation. I see a lot more people moving to plant-based protein. I really think it's interesting. I think part of it is lactose, but part of it is fat. I don't know about that too, though. I recently discovered the love for walking, jogging. I don't bounce when I jog either. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Tuna with jam. Outstanding. Okay. You Are What You Eat slogan needs to be reintroduced to kids in elementary school. Absolutely, as long as it's not bread and sugar and shit like that. Absolutely. Fucking completely believe that. Is it safe to take No Morbidity and Ember together? Absolutely. I do it almost every day when I have Ember. I don't have any right now, but I do it almost every day when I have Ember. They are completely different actions and operate completely differently. African mango is an absolutely fabulous ingredient that is in Ember. I do suggest if you're going to take Ember first. Like the way I take it is how I describe to people. For weight loss and for hunger management and stuff like that, I take a half Ember when I first wake up and don't drink coffee. I normally just switch to tea that day. And then before my workout, about an hour before my workout, I take another half of Ember along with 2 capsules of Mental Jewels for focus. And then when I'm done with my workout, I normally take No Morbidity. It's absolutely. Let's see. What's Planta? Shall not be in friends. That's right. That is right. I love it. Cutting out processed carbs was the best thing I ever did. Of course. You quit smoking cold turkey. My spouse and I both smoke, and I want to try quitting. Any advice? Don't buy them. Don't have them in the house. It was very hard for me. I quit many years ago, well over 12 years ago, I think. It was very hard. It was like quitting breathing. It was fucking horrible. So Yeah, just make sure do your best you can, hydrate, stay healthy. I mean, for real, it was hard. I tried patches and shit like that. It didn't work. I just had to finally quit cold turkey and grind out. So, do you ever add salt to your water as electrolyte? I do, about one water bottle a day. Normally the one right after I'm done working out. I use CBD to give up smoking. I've heard people say that it helps out a lot, but I personally do not know. But listen, here I see we got 10 minutes left, and I am going to be announced. Like we're going to be doing the live tomorrow, but I did want to tell everybody that a week from tomorrow we are going to. Crystal will be here with me. We are going to sit down. We are going to discuss the documentary. The Dark Side of Fat Acceptance. And every week we're going to announce at that one what documentary we will watch. We'll give a link to the documentary for everybody to watch it. And then that next Monday, discuss it. And it's going to be based around health, fitness, weight loss, of course, those are the things. So for those of you that are interested in that, please do check it out. But tomorrow we're going to be talking probably about the importance of staying uninjured when morbidly obese and trying to be healthy, based upon Amber Lynn. So I'm going to answer these last few, and we'll go from there. I gave up all alcohol and smoking, cold turkey, very hard, but best decision ever made. Good for you. Good for you. Alan, I turned 60. I no longer fear aging because of your example. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've been taking Morbidity for just over a week. I still get hungry in between meals, but I get full after eating 75% of or less of the food I would normally prep for each meal. That's fucking awesome. Great goddamn job. Great goddamn job. Hey, Alan, I'm working 80 hours plus a week in a machine shop and don't have time to work out. Do you think spending too much time working out is bad for your health? I mean, I do think that doing anything too much is bad for your health. If you work 80 hours a week, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I work 80 hours a week. I'm just going to be real. Like, I work 80 hours a week, easy, doing this, easily 80 hours a week, fucking without even thinking about it. It's 80 hours a week. And I still not include, and that doesn't include my workouts or anything like that. But do I think working out too much or spending too much time working out could be bad for your health? Absolutely. But your health isn't based on working out. Your health is based on activity. So if you're very active at a machine shop, if you're up and moving and all like that, it sounds like you get plenty of activity. I wouldn't necessarily worry about it. But if it was an 80-hour sedentary job, you should definitely fucking make sure you get some activity involved. Each person is individual, but could it be bad for your health? Not like, I got to be real, unless it's impeding on your sleep or your recovery. Even if you are just at a machine shop, unless you're doing heavy lifting every single day at the machine shop and you wanted to work out, you wouldn't be in danger. It wouldn't be bad for you. It just sounds like this is lifestyle inhibitive for you. I find that's another thing too. I find it amazing. I find amazing. I find people that are like look for the reasons why not to push themselves. When I don't I hear it all the time. Like, I don't want to overtrain. Like, motherfuckers, most of you guys don't even most of you guys have never even possibly seen the close tip to the iceberg of overtraining at all. But if you're working a very physical hard job, I don't think you need to. I don't necessarily. I don't know you, but I would imagine if you're constantly moving throughout the course of the day for 80 hours a week, that you wouldn't necessarily need to work out. For your health. Most of the time, and I always say this all the time, daily activity is what gets you healthy. Workouts are for aesthetics and for athleticism. There's a humongous difference. So, humongous. Like a book club with documentaries. Exactly. That's what Crystal. It was Crystal's idea too, by the way. So she's going to be joining us every week for it on Mondays. Not tomorrow, probably, but the week after she'll be joining us. Really good idea. But I can tell you that not this Monday, but the Monday after, it is going to be on the dark side of fat phobia, and I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to do things like going back into the different food documentaries and all sorts of stuff, and we'll just break them apart here. Most of them you'll be able to watch either on YouTube or on Tubi, which Tubi's a free app on most smart TVs too. So she's a genius. I'm so lucky. It's fucking crazy. I told myself for a year, multiple times a day, that January 1 was the day I quit. So when January 1 hit, I was glad it was over. Smoked 36 years and been quit for 16. Good for you. Good for you. Do something in the mornings before you go to work. That's what I would suggest too. But Crystal is awesome. I'm looking forward to discussions. Me too. Me too. I love it. Anything that can involve her is going to be awesome. So I hope all of you had a great motherfucking chat. I know I did. For those of you that showed up and thought it was going to be something different because like you didn't think I was just going to be me. You know, a few people in there are like, I don't know, the guy asked me how much test I'm on. Like, I gotta be real. If like 20 years ago, I'm the average dude. Like with a little bit bigger arms because I've worked out for 36 fucking years. Like, if you think that my results need a whole bunch, like, again, the thing is, I took DHEA for years. By the way, I don't try to say that I didn't. I took DHEA for years, and even though it's over the counter, it's still considered the steroid thing. So what the fuck ever. And as soon as my doctor says I'm going to be on X amount of testosterone a week, then where do I fucking stick the needle in? I'm telling you. It's for health and longevity. Period. I don't give a fuck about any of the fucking athleticism or anything like that. Okay, but if somehow it's so skewed that a dude that's in shape, mildly, like 180 to 185 pound dude that's in shape is somehow using, you guys need to fucking adjust for real. It's fucking kind of sad. I hope everybody has a great goddamn day, and I'll talk soon. Goddamn.